First of all, what you expected them to look like and what they look like, your takeaway.
Hey, listen, I thought that the pace of the Los Angeles Lakers was good. I thought the energy was great. I thought that, the shooting obviously could be addressed, could be better. But I did see flashes of a lot of positives. And what I mean by the flashes is I saw the intensity of guys that were supposed to be better 2-3 years from now be better now. We had questions about Lonzo Ball. Can he coexist with LeBron, playing off the basketball? Can he make shots? First game, I agree. Questionable. Maybe he ought to be moved. And then I saw the game against the Rockets where he was making shots. He had a different spring, a bounce to himself. So I was like, okay, he can fit. He can coexist with this group, and that's exactly what they need from him specifically. And Josh Hart fits like a glove. Amazing. Two-end player, playing defense, playing offense. Kyle Kuzma plays off him well, runs the floor. So they have some intangibles, but it's a work in progress. You're not just going to be good immediately. You have to get accustomed to being accustomed. And what I mean by that, you got to get accustomed to playing with a talent like LeBron James. It's going to take time.
LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh took 17 games before they were a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
And Love and Kyrie and LeBron took about 15 games, 20 games before they figured it out. And this team is not as talented as those. The fight. I've been watching the NBA so long. We used to have these a lot more. It's much more a cardio league. It's much more a finesse league. They're all rich now.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, everybody's like sharing the same four agents. Don't hit the moneymaker. We're all doing well. It used to be the pie in the NBA. You just want a piece of the pie. Now everybody gets a pie. Everybody's rich. Were you surprised by the fight?
I was, but then again, I wasn't, because with LeBron being in the Western Conference with the changeover, look at the Eastern Conference. Every game means so much more because everyone feels like they have a realistic shot of taking over the East. The paper favorite is obviously the Boston Celtics. And then now you look at the Western Conference, every game matters more because two teams are going to possibly be removed out the Western Conference from playoff contention with LeBron coming to the West. Denver Nuggets are playing exceptionally well. They're in at some point throughout the marathon of this season. And you look at the Lakers, they're going to be the story in the headline all season long. We're talking about them now. So the Lakers are going to be extremely, in the midst of that playoff hunt. And guys are amplified from an energy standpoint. Like week one, I've never seen this much intensity in the NBA season as long as I've been in the game. And I've been in the game for a long time. Been a fan forever. I've been playing for over 14 years. I've never seen week one like this ever.
That it means more, the urgency, the intensity.
This is a bigger game. It's a bigger stage. Like, it's lights, camera, action, and the movie is rolling. You know what I mean? Like, it's a stage that every player wants to be on. You can instantly become trending. That means a lot right now. You can become a meme instantly. All those things because you're playing on the biggest stage with the biggest stars in the game every time you come to Staples. It's not just like one of those things where you're going to eat good, enjoy the city, and play against the purple and gold. Now it's like it's go time. It's all or nothing, and you can see that intensity. So I wasn't surprised by seeing the altercation because there's so much, and that's what happens when you're leaving it all on the line.
Yeah, it is interesting. By the way, you look around the NBA right now, and it's a Monday, and I would generally never talk the NBA, but there was a fight. It is LeBron. They are 0-2. One of the things about LeBron is, Chris Broussard has said this, mostly LeBron has been so gifted and talented, he is the system. But to win the West, LeBron can't be the system. That system won't win the West. Do you think LeBron's going to have a struggle having to give the ball up more and play off it? Because I don't think the LeBron system, as he ages and enters the Western Conference, the system's not going to work here.
Look, you have to be smart about the way that you use LeBron, for the next 4-year stretch. You don't want to burn him out. He is on, the back end of his career.
No question.
And he still shows no signs of declining. So with that being said, you have to find ways to preserve him as much as possible. That's why you got a guy that has a high basketball IQ in a Rajon Rondo. You have a guy like Lonzo Ball who has to be all the things that we expect him to be, live up to all of that. He has to have the ball. Brandon Ingram has to be that budding star, the Robin to the Batman, like not next year, but now. And then you still need that piece. looking forward already, you still need that joining piece to join that squad, whether it's a Jimmy Butler, a disgruntled star somewhere to join that nucleus to make them or help them get over the hump.
Yeah, I was telling Doug Gottlieb earlier, I don't say this to bash the Lakers, but if they were 9-14 after 25 games, that's not a knock on him. I just think that's the reality of young players, veteran guys. Rondo has never been great in the room long term, although he creates intensity. And it's not like I think it's not going to work. I think over 4 years this is going to work. I think Magic and Rob Pelinka know what they're doing. But it's not just that LeBron's joining new players. He has to create a little bit of a different LeBron. And that's hard to do. Guys in the NBA, if you'd have told Michael Jordan when he was still averaging 30 a game, we're going to need you to play a different way. And I'm like, wait, I got the titles. I'm the man. So I think LeBron's going to have to do some soul searching here because it's just a different roster.
I think you did a great job of laying that out. And I think the Lakers organization and LeBron himself know that, look, this is going to be a couple-year process. We're not going to win this year, but we're going to compete, and we're going to compete by all means. And you saw that in that Houston game. You saw that in Portland also.
Yeah, no, they were intense.
Yeah, it really was. But it's not just going to happen overnight. And I think that as fans, specifically in the Lake Show land, you cannot have sports rage. We landed the well. You got LeBron James. He's the best player on the planet. Now you have to go through the growing process. It's going to be a process. It's going to be highs. It's going to be lows. It's going to be stretches where you're going to be like, wow. It's going to be stretches where you're going to be like, what happened? But it's a process.
By the way, Oklahoma City's off to their worst start in 11 years.
I knew it was coming.
Well, did you see the games? Westbrook can't do anything.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Seriously, he had that knee scoped. Worst start in 11 years. 0 for 3. The West, I'm telling you, Utah and Denver.
How many games Russell play in?
A couple. Listen, the point is, this team is, I feel, very wobbly early. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Those hyper-athletic point guards, they get that knee scope third time.
Do he look like he's slowing down?
The long season. He looked exhausted last year.
This is his first game. No preseason.
All right.
Just practices.
All right.
Come on now. Stop it. You know it inside. You know it. Come on now.
No, it'll be fine. But I've always said this about the hyper-athletic guard that can't shoot. Iverson, Derrick Rose, John Wall. You have to score at the basket. Means more collisions with bigs. And after about 10 or 11 years and a couple times you get your knee scoped, you're not quite the same guy. You start kind of chasing points. You got to push a little more. That's why, the reality is in the NBA is you bigs, you got a DNA edge. You bang on bigs all night, you're fine. Those little guys, those Walls, those Westbrooks, those D. Wades, you're not supposed to bang into 6'9" guys that weigh 245. We got to get out of here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.